Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and this is This Week on KiS 102.4. And wow, we've got a great show this week. Wow, we've had 4 great titles that we'll be talking about later in the show. A bit of a skeletal crew this weekend due to sicknesses going around. We'll get into that when we go to the channel news, which is up next. After that, we'll unveil the next stretch goal on our big list of stretch goals. We will be unveiling each stretch goal each week, regardless if the one before it got unlocked. The big 4 this week then, let's have a look at them. The sleeper hit Stormsunder. Yeah, blink and you will have missed it. Wield godly power in Cleopatra Battle of the Gods. The Hero Quest successor on steroids, Erune. And it's a cracking good family game, the Last Bottle of Rum. So which one do you think will get the game of the week? You'll find out real soon. And we're going to do a special mention for Carnival Zombie 2nd edition that is still up for pre-order. That was our love letter from last Sunday. We'll talk briefly about that too. Also for tomorrow, our love letter will be something really special, one that begs the request: treat yourself. Oh yeah, you definitely have to treat yourself with this game. Here's the splash for it. That's coming tomorrow, so we're putting the teaser at the front of the show this weekend. Big Kickstarter updates from Batman, which maybe naivety in the campaign, I don't know, but it's done something it should have done at the beginning of the campaign. Rival Restaurants cooks up another tasty update, and Gladius is becoming more interesting with each update, and this one is not to miss. It's looking like a great Kickstarter card game. All those games covered on our channel, of course. Our links are below, and we'll finish the show off with a final thanks. But before we go to the channel news, we just want to show you our most recent ad. The next social stretch goal on KiS 102.4 is the 250 subscriber. Subscribe today and unlock new music that will change the music in all the videos in the future. You could be part of the evolution. Alright, here's the channel news. First of all, the live show had to be cancelled on Friday because of a massive cold. We all got the cold this week on the station. I was the first one to get it, and man, I had about 1 litre of water coming out of my nose, 2 boxes of tissues, and almost lost my voice. Anyway, the rest of the team have it. I had to give them the day off on Friday. These things happen with live radio, so there you go. We will be back next week though with it, and I'm going to update the banner art on the right hand side, take our logo off there and replace it with an advert for the live show on the Friday, and it will have the times on the banner for it there, so it's very useful for everybody on there. Also in the news, we got over our 100 subs, which was fantastic, so that was really great. Big thank you to everyone that subbed, and you all rock, by the way. Absolutely fantastic. We're almost near our 10,000 views as well. Last look we were at 9,922, so we're getting close to that achievement. And last looking at when we were recording this now, we were at 123 subs, so let's hopefully we can go towards our next stretch goal, which we'll go to right now to unveil the next stretch goal. Right, as you can see, the next one is the big 500 sub, and it's going to allow us to do a day 1 live event where we do our honest first impressions without any research. We'll do this on any campaigns that are really interesting, that have short campaigns, a bit like Stormsunder It would have been nice for us to get in, do our video earlier on Stormsunder, but we had a packed schedule of what we were planning to do anyway, and when we do that, it's kind of solid in stone. So basically the 500 sub one will allow us to see what's coming and plan ahead for it. So if there is going to be a short campaign of something that's really big, then we can do a day one. Also, we can do day one specials for big titles like Common's Ank and the one coming out soon, Frost Haven, if you've heard of that one. What Frost Haven was that? Yeah, so we can do like a live event to go through it with a real first impression without any research notes. It should be fairly interesting to do. Alright, if you want to help, then please, if you like any of our videos, do share it on your social media and put a comment why you liked the video, so when your friends see it, they get interested about the video and watch it, and hopefully we can grow our subs up to the 250 go, which will change all the music for the channel and should be much better for it. Alright, let's go to our next thing, which is the Big Four. Now we're going to start with Erune, and guess what, guys? It's my Kickstarter of the week! Woohoo! Yeah, this completely blew me away. In fact, it gazumped the other game of the week, Stormsunder, away from me. The big reason is Erune is HeroQuest on steroids. It really is. It is perfect to bring in a beginner into the genre of dungeon crawling. And, you know, I have Madara, I have Gloomhaven, and is my son going to be able to play them? Not without something to warm him up. And Erune is perfect. It's perfect for beginners. You start off with an absolute basic archetype like D&D, like a warrior. You even have a pad where you're writing down items that you're getting, like you're role-playing. But the expansion is like Advanced HeroQuest, where you can split then into different advanced classes or prestige classes, and it's fabulous. But not only that, it innovates on the Dungeon Master role. The Dungeon Master will be helping all the Dungeoneers, because if they get poisoned, if they need health potions, or if even they die, then the Dungeon Master can resurrect them by offering them a dark pact. And the Dungeon Master is encouraged to do this because he might have missions in that dungeon to actually help the Dungeoneers, because he's feeding from them. When he does a dark pact, he's feeding stamina from them, which feeds his experience, and the Dungeon Master can level up also. And here's another thing, the Dungeon Master can also get an advanced class and a prestige class as well. This game's amazing, and it comes with also, if you get the Kickstarter edition, it's got furniture as well. All the stretch goals are unlocking furniture, so it's going to look amazing. And all that without even talking about the app. This needs an app, and it's going to be playing sound effects and music as you go through the dungeons. It's going to be voice acting the NPCs when you meet them. It's now going to be voice acting the beginning story of the dungeon. It's now got a stretch goal. I'm not going to tell what that is. We'll talk about that in just a minute as we talk about the stretch goals that are unlocking. But it's just a ton of information coming from this game. It is a blast. So exciting. Erune, can you believe it? Can you believe it? Alright, let's go to the update. Alright, here is Erune, and what a beauty it is. Definitely my first dungeon crawler. Yup. Update 19. Fire camp. Yeah. You set up a fire camp during your quests and you can level up. The spirit of Erune makes you level up. But beware, adventurers. The Dungeon Master will evolve too. So this is mega cool. Brings me back to the Amiga days, playing the Dungeon Crawlers 2D map well, you had arrows where you could walk forward, rotate left and right. A bit like the Grimrock game that's on PC at the minute. But yeah, wait, 35 years ago. This mechanic brings me back to. Super cool. They've already unlocked this custom upgrade dice, getting rid of numbers for these diamonds. Very nice. But more exciting. Not the minis. Keep going. The quest introduction cinematics. Yeah, each of the campaigns will have its own cinematic. Very cool. But even cooler, another Dungeon Master heroic class, the Builder. Ooh. The Builder can change his dungeon and make more monsters and traps appear. So, very, very cool. What do these 6 extra cards do? This is the 3rd heroic class that we've seen. So, mega exciting. Warning. A huge stretch goal comes after this one. And you're not prepared. Managed to keep it a secret until now. Ooh. This has me very excited. So keep your eye on this. In the video I did in the week, which I explained so much of it because it's so innovative. I think it was only about 90k back then, so it's grown 20k since the video, which is really good. It seems to be taking off, which is good to see. And yeah, let's push it further, guys. Let's check my video out, see why I'm so pumped about this game, and see why it gazumped Stormsunder. Oh yeah. This time next week, we'll be looking at all the stretch goals that came in the week, including this big super one that kept secret. As with all games on the channel, if there's an update of interest, we bring it to this week on the Saturday show. Next is the Last Bottle of Rum, which is a family game, family light, can be played within an hour, and it's a ton of fun. There's PvP with your pirate ships going around, like a pick up and deliver, and you can like fire at each other just to slow them down. There's also loads of cards that you can play it's like you basically take thatting, but the take that's not that bad, and in fact there's so much good and bad luck in the cards that you can 1 minute make someone miss a turn and then the next minute fall flat on your face and miss 3 turns. I'm not being literally true there, but what I'm trying to say is you can do one thing bad and then do 10 times bad to yourself. It's, I don't know, very, very fun, and it's a Kickstarter under $50 as well, which is fresh. It is fresh from the group that we're looking at this week, which are all over that, double that, right? They're all 100, around 100 or 100 plus. So there we go. Last Bottle of Rum, a perfect family pirate adventure game. Looks stunning, and let's look at the updates because it really is making this project look even better. So let's go to the updates. The Last Bottle of Rum. Doing better. It is doing better than what we saw. You can see how beautiful is it on the table. Really looks nice. As you move into the tiles, you will turn over the tile to see what's there. So a different map every time you play. Super good game. Really do like it. Let's look at the update. Yeah. Tiny update. Greetings, Sea Dogs. Player boards are going to be 2 millimeters thick. But that's not all. Social Stretch Goal has brought some ideas. But we need to go one before for the big exciting one. Oh, the custom inserts. Yes. And the new captain, which has been confirmed to be a she. Yes, we've got our first girl character. One of the big complaints I had about the game was no female characters. So finally, everything's going great for the Last Bottle of Rum. 12 days to go. Let's see what else they can pump out the stretch goals as it continues its path of great family weight game. Please, team, screen print your boats. I'm looking forward to that. That might bring it closer to me pressing this green button. So yeah, does look good. Check my video out in the week if it looks interesting, and we'll keep you up to date on this next week too. Now next we're looking at Cleopatra and Against the Gods it's called. And yeah, the best way to describe this, it's like a skirmish game where the map, beautiful map, large map, you've got giant minis and you can basically strategically hide around objects. There's line of sight, similar to World of Tanks. But in World of Tanks, when you fire a shell at your opponent and miss them, they are going to fire back. But in Cleopatra, you have got a deck of godly powers you can fire back at them, which is great. And they even have where if you're on your knees in the game, you can re-roll your dice by just getting rid of cards, like burning cards to re-roll dice, so you can blast off your ultimate to completely obliterate them, but leaving you with little afterwards. So it's like can be Armageddon right to the last second with this mechanic. Totally awesome. Looks great. Completely hidden. No one's talking about this game, but it looks phenomenal. But as we'll find out in the update, there is some news, potentially sad news, that we need to look at. So let's look at the update to explain more. Update 4. It's the last days. Bad news. Pledge now and get Tlalog, how do you say this guy's name, in our relaunch. Yeah, so come in and back the project because it's gonna be pulled. And if you did back and it comes back on Kickstarter, they're gonna give you this mini for free as a thank you. They're going to an event next week, this weekend, to see if they can get some more promotion for it. But no, they've pretty much said now that they're going to pull this campaign. They're going to come back later on in the year with a better Kickstarter page, and it still has a lot of promise though. And I do wish them well. It does look really good. I do recommend you look at my video to see why it is cool and why you'd want to come in just to pledge to get this mini when it goes to relaunch, and that way you can keep your eye on the project. Super cool. Sad to see it go, but we will see it return. So devs of Cleopatra Against the Gods, we wish you well, and we look forward to seeing your Kickstarter page when it relaunches later on in the year. Finally then, we're going to look at Stormsunder, which is an epic dungeon crawler. Huge. Loads of minis, loads of interesting art across the board, super expensive. And, you know, the reason I took my backing off this game was because of my son, basically. If I didn't get Erune, I'm still looking for that Hero Quest game for him, so hopefully that will let him play a dungeon crawler from the age of 8, and then once he's got those mechanics, when he reaches 9, then he can be ready for something meatier. Stormsunder is certainly something meatier, and maybe don't have room on my shelf for it, but it is a fascinating dungeon crawler in the narrative, because your characters that you pick, they are very much included in the story. In fact, if you don't pick a character, then lots of pages from the campaign but will be skipped because you are not that character. Also, your cast that you're picking, certain decisions you make might make the characters in your team potentially go against you and fight you. They could become your enemy because of what you're doing. So you really need to balance the decisions, because potentially if you do keep doing these things that's going to annoy your other character, then there are going to be consequences with that. Total massive campaign again. But the biggest problem for me was that just the short campaign. It was too short. We had to rush out this video, and it was just so big. And they were trying to sell you this main box, but the bottom line was they were trying to sell you the main box plus the kitchen sink and the bathtub with the water still in it, hot. It was like, this is coming back for a second print and we're now doing 2 expansions. You know, so that everybody knows how great our game is, and now you can get the 1.5 edition and you can get the expansions too, what Madara did. Here, no, this is the first time we've seen this game, yet they've got like a $500 pledge. So, super risky. And a lot of people in the comments of the video were saying that you didn't mention that the previous game has still not delivered. For them, it is a worry. The lack of communication from the last project is a worry for them. And it certainly is a concern, but we leave those talks for the comments and we leave them for this show, because when we do the Kickstarter video, we are trying to look at the game on its own merits without looking at the politics of the company, unless there's a boycott of that company, as it was with Conan earlier on in the month. So there we go. Stormsunder strategies are: wait for the second print, wait for that second print, then we pick it up, knowing that it's had reviews and it's a solid game. So it was better just to sit back from it and just let it go. If it is any good, it will come back for a second print. And so there we go. I'll be joining many that did that. So there we go. No updates for Stormsunder. It's already over. So if you are interested, wait for the pledge. The pledge manager will certainly open. There is that. And it'll be a long pledge manager too, I believe. 6 to 8 months. And my goodness, you're going to need that time to pay off it if you go in for the big pledge. Oh, all right. There we are. We've done the Big Four. Let me go to the love letter, which is Carnival Zombie 2nd edition. Oh, a ginormous evolution from day 1 to the end of the campaign. Oh my goodness. It's basically you and your friends picking up a uber weapon, massive destruction, taking down hordes of zombies in the middle of Venice or Milan if you get the expansion. Totally fascinating. There's a day cycle, there's a night cycle. In the day you're scavenging for weapons, at the night you can upgrade all your weapons and go to town painting it red of zombie blood. Ooh, if you just want a night where you're just firing the most great weapons and blowing zombies apart, this can be a refreshing change to story campaigns and stuff like that. And yeah, you can learn more in my video. There's a lot to kind of learn, and just the amount of minis that you're getting in this game, oh my god, it's such great value, and it is up for late pledge. So yeah, if you want that kind of bloody, insane game where you're killing thousands of zombies, ooh yeah, it's Carnival Zombie. So yeah, check that video out also. Now, Gladius, you're doing well, over 2,000 backers. Wow. Update 9. Update 9, they've really been knocking it out of the park. Yep, the animal card has been unlocked. It says, right now we're considering peacock, hyena, or a wild boar. Just do 3 of them. Please, just do 3. Don't just do 1. I'm sure the artist won't mind doing 3. This 1 card, come on, you can push it out, can't you guys? Look at this, upcoming stretch goals. If you remember my video, if you've not checked it out, it's a really fun one. Tell you all about this great, cool card game. I was saying they need a playmat. They need better stuff. They need to make it more Kickstarter worthy. It's getting there, slowly but surely. It's getting there. Yeah, I don't mind it being an add-on, a playmat. It is a small box as it is. How are you supposed to fit a playmat in the box? Lots going on in this campaign. I do enjoy it. They've also unlocked the linen finish. Perfect. This is good. Still want to see sleeve pack. A sleeve pack, please. Here's the artist from Germany getting featured. This is the team checking out playmats from PAX East, which has inspired them to give it an add-on. So yeah, really cool card game, nice and cheap. Just remind you of the price. $25 for the Kickstarter edition. Yeah, look how it looks on the table. Come on, guys. This is something you can get behind. All right, there you go. Gladius, updated. Oh, it's just another day at the office with Kelly Carpour. Vote for the future of rival restaurants. Update 8. The Spice Girl. Yep, here's the next restaurant. It's a Indian, second to naan. I do love naan breads. I make my own naan breads. I make my own curries because there's no curry houses in my city, Los Montes. Looks really nice, doesn't it? Man, if I make a curry house here in Mexico, I'll design it just like this and call it second to naan. I'll steal your design. Looks very cool. Okay, let's go through these dishes. Tandoori chicken. I love it. Garlic naan. Love it, but prefer cheese inside as well. Garlic cheese. Nice. Chicken tikka masala. Dream dish. Yeah, the most favoured dish of the English folk. Samosas. Can leave them out. Thank you very much. Sag paneer. What the heck is that? Never heard of you. Idla Vada Sambar. Never heard of you! No idea what this is. Maybe this is an American Indian. I never saw this in an English curry house. There we go. Alright, looking cool. What do you want to see in future expansions? Cocktails, drinks, bars. You know, every restaurant has a bar. Let's introduce that as an expansion. I don't want more food restaurants. You got enough as it is. Custom insert is coming with the game, the expansion box. There's the other news. More expansion stuff. Guess the Japanese and Korean dish. And if we go back one, here's the Jamaican beach grill. Rum for your life. Look at this couch. Art in this game is knockout. Alright, let's go with this. Rasta pasta. Never had you. Jamaican rum cake. Never had you. Plantains with beans and rice. Never had you. Escovitch fish. Never had you. Callaloo. Never had you. Jerk chicken. Yay! I've had this one. Love it. I guess I need to go to a Jamaican restaurant when I go on my next cruise, maybe. If it stops at Jamaica, I'll see if I can try one of these. Put a comment in the description if you can recommend one of these. None of them look that interesting, apart from the cake. Rasta pasta looks okay, but I don't like shellfish and chicken at the same time in a dish. Team looking great though. They are advertising it out at PAX West. I said East then. So yeah, it's good to see these guys out. And here's the chef, the Pastafarian. Very good. Reggae Toady. Oh, and this is going to be a nice segue to our next update, isn't it? Look! They've unlocked social stretch goals to kind of promote the game around. It's almost blasted them all out of war in 3 days. going to unlock these recipes into the game. Really nice. A Peruvian restaurant. Never visited one, but Pollo a la Brasa. Oh, that looks good. I'm all over that. A German dish. Apfelstrudel. Is that apple strudel? Yeah, I like that. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Greek dish. Never been to a Greek restaurant in my life. Beef dolma looks horrendous. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments of beef dolma. This game looks good. Anyway, social stretch goals. They are getting the word out of this amazing, amazing game. Totally cool. Check my video out to find out more. Now, call it naive of a Kickstarter campaign, or they were listening to my video. With 7 days to go, they announced social stretch goals. Man, are you kidding me? This should have been right from the beginning. Anyway, to get the word out. To get the word out. Here's a big one as well. There are lots of new cards for twittering, sharing, all the rest of it. Get all these cool abilities. Still not sold on the art style. Yeah, they've not done anything really to push me to want this game. PAX East. There was a PAX West and a PAX West at the same time. Colour me confused with these conventions. But that's a cool photo of more playing the game, isn't it? The Rat Pack. Horrible Mini. Mighty Mum. Yeah, she looks okay. I don't know what this is. A brush. You can just see it coming behind her cloak. We don't know what that is. We've got a food blender mixer thingy and a spatula. Alright. The stretch goals have kicked off though. Could have been doing this earlier on. We have also seen a poll. Man, they're doing social things right at the end of the campaign. Why at the end? This seems just silly. They're voting for what the next stretch goals are going to be. So villains, vote for your villain. People don't want villains. People want scenarios. Stop producing more minis. They're useless. We want scenarios, team. This is why it's going in a direction that I don't want it to go in. This is something most people did not want it to go in either. I spoke in my video about the abomination of mixing the turtles in with Batman, but they're even doing a scenario for it. Of course, you do need the turtle game to run it, so... So there you go. And the big mystery of the first villain that got voted for is Bane. There you go. This will be the last time we're covering it, folks. It's going to end in 5 days, so... Yeah, come back and check the updates if you're on the fence, see what it is in the last 24 hours, and it's a super cool game, the gameplay mechanic, but I'm just not sold on the art, simple as that, and the minis don't blow me away. There's no painted mini option, and it's sorry guys, not my cup of tea, but it does look cool if you're interested. There you go. Alright, we're at the last segment of the show. Just want to remind you, tomorrow the love letter will be for Time of Legends Destiny. It's a game that you should definitely treat yourself on, as it's absolutely amazing. And also in the video, near the introduction to it, I'll be also revealing all the Big Four Kickstarters that we'll be covering Monday to Thursday next week. Just remind you again, check the banner art out from Sunday onwards. You'll see the live show time there as well, so that'll be for Friday. Probably gonna be afternoon US time, evening EU time. So yeah, do check that out. Now, if you lasted all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much. You rock. You really do rock. And you're an asset to the community that we have here. Well, I forgot to even mention my name at the beginning of the show, but I am Lipstickpaddy. This is Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and you take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.